Wonder Woman, starring Gal Gadot and Chris Pine. This movie was everything I hoped for. I'm posting this video a week late, but I don't care. I have a lot going on, but that's not the point. The point is I had to put my 2 cents out there and agree with the rest of the world. As a heads up, I might spoil something. And if you haven't seen this movie by now, you need to stop this, go see it, come back, and we'll talk. Because you have to see this movie as soon as possible. I know for a lot of you, this is just another superhero film, but it's really not. This film was so much more. It's not about the whole superpower thing. I feel like Gal Gadot brought so much to the table. She brought this innocence, this nobleness, this selflessness to the character. I loved that. I loved that she just had this innocence about her that was just so pure. There were so many great moments in this film. One of the emotional moments was when they are on the front lines in the trenches and Chris Pine's character, Steve Trevor, is telling Wonder Woman or Diana that they have to go, that it is not safe there. Now, I do find in moments like that, it was directed properly where a man's kind of be the chivalrous man kind of protecting the woman, but this is a woman who does not need protecting. She can take care of herself. If anything, she is protecting all of them. She takes this moment of, no, we're not going, and she throws off her jacket and she's just letting that Wonder Woman suit just rock, and she climbs out of the trench and marches towards the Germans. And that, to me, it was a very, very strong and powerful moment to me. It was just so, it got me going. There were tears down my face both times I watched it. That entire action sequence was absolutely amazing. There were parts of it where she's just kind of discovering her powers and her abilities, and you're like, holy cow. Where was this woman in Superman versus Batman when they were having the boss fight? Because she alone could have destroyed. We won't go into that. We're not gonna go into that. Anyways, there were parts of that movie that were good. Other parts, not so much. Wonder Woman. There were so many powerful moments. You could just tell that she was pouring her heart into everything she was doing. The subtleties that she has. Not only is she a beautiful individual, but I think that just her inner self, her as a human being, was poured into Wonder Woman, and I think that's what really made this movie. Now, as much as I'm glorifying this movie and all of the goodies that are in there, there was a moment at the end where she is fighting Ares. Spoilers. She's fighting Ares. She's really discovering her power. She's being pushed to the limit. In this moment, one of the villains that has created the gas is thrown down at Diana's feet, and she grabs a tank and lifts it over her head. To me, I blame this on the editing, which is kind of, well, it's guided by the director, which the director of this film is Patty Jenkins, and she did a fantastic job. But in this moment, I felt like I wanted to see a lot more out of Diana. I wanted to see more of Gal Gadot's performance, of taking in the moment of what has just happened to her. The thing is like when she has that tank over her head and she's looking down at this villain, she had this look on her face of just being complacent. It was more confused, if anything. And to me, that was a moment to just see a fire within her light up. In that moment, I knew immediately as soon as she lifted that tank over her head, she had already made up her mind. She wasn't going to kill this woman. So I wasn't on the edge of my seat like I had been the entire film, and that was a little bit deflated. But that really is my only complaint when it comes to this film. But yeah, Warner Brothers and DC came out swinging and they knocked a home run. Or in other words, they just did a nice old mic drop. Wonder Woman is totally worth seeing in the theater. If you have the opportunity, it's worth buying the minute it is available. And I am giving Wonder Woman an 8 out of 10. Well, there are my thoughts on Wonder Woman. What did you think? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comments down below. If you liked this video, you liked what I had to say, hit that like button. If you're local to the Asheville, North Carolina area, be sure to head on over to the828.com. Why? It's where the locals go. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you want to see my last review, which was for Pirates of the Caribbean, you can click right there. And you guys have a fantastic day.